Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to one of my Guapo guide videos. Today we're not going to be doing a gameplay guide, instead we're going to be doing something different. We're going to be doing like an in-depth 10-minute max, hopefully, video of Leona, and we're going to be covering the runes, certain matchups, little tips and tricks we can do with Leona, like flash E-ing and things like that, and a couple other things with the build and whatnot. So for starters, we're just going to run into the runes straight away. So obviously you want to start off with Resolve and go Aftershock. I mean, if you're running anything else, the fact is you're trolling. Secondary, you can go Font of Life. I prefer Font of Life because it makes it so when you're in a winning matchup, you just win that matchup harder. But if you know you're going to win that matchup anyway, Demolish is also nice because then you can get plates and stuff like that. So that's also turns into a much bigger lead. And then second, I never go Conditioning because I'm more about the early game presence. I don't care about 10 minutes into the game because usually games are won by then anyway. So you take Second Wind against people like Caitlyn or Zerath or Zyra, just anything with a bunch of poke like Ezreal and stuff. And then Second Wind, you take that in most matchups just because you're an all-in champion and you're usually going to be versing all-in champions. So you want to take that into like Nautilus, Braum, Alistar, anything that tries to all-in you. So you wanted to go for that for all-in lanes, otherwise take Second Wind for poke. And then Overgrowth, I never take it. I don't even take Revitalize ever. I only take Unflinching because extra cooldown extra tenacity is super nice, especially when you're doing all-in sort of lanes and stuff. So that's really good. Second page, we go Inspiration. I always go Perfect Timing. It's up to you if you want to go Hex Flash. It's personally up to you, but I rather Perfect Timing because that builds into Stoneplate a lot faster. And I know they say they nerfed Perfect Timing, but the truth is, if you're winning your lane, bot lane, you're gonna be getting Perfect Timer quicker than 10 minutes, so I reckon it's a lot better now. And then I go Minion Dematerializer, just because if you do end up to be in a situation where the wave is bigger on their side of the map and you have to sort of stand back a bit because their enemy jungler might be around, this is really nice. So then you just walk up, chuck it on the cannon minion, and then that way you don't miss out on cannon minion gold, because missing out on that is really bad. And in poke lanes, you can either go Biscuit Delivery or Minion Dematerializer. I go Minion Dematerializer just because I prefer it, because then I still get my minion gold and stuff. Because the biscuits, it doesn't provide that much healing and stuff, so I just go with this every game. And you can go Cosmic Insight. I'd recommend Cosmic Insight or Minion Dematerializer, but it's completely up to you, these last ones. And then in these runes, I always go Offense, Flex, and Defense. That's what I always go, unless it's a double AD matchup. And in a heavy poke matchup, it is fine to go double Flex, because most of the time they'll be autoing you at the same time as well. So if they're autoing you a lot, like for example, Caitlyn, who's another good AD poke champ? Anyway, if it's two ranged champions, pretty much double Flex is fine, even if they have an extra AP, because they'll be auto attacking you a lot. And so yeah, that's fine. Otherwise, defense is also really good. And now, moving on to the combos we can do with Leona. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, first things first, before we get into our combos and tricks and tips, what you want to do is you want to max W, you want to completely max W, then you want to max E, and then Q, and then obviously R whenever you get the chance. But level 1, you always max Q, just because, well, you don't need anything else really. Nothing's that great. And then level 2, you always want to get E second, just so then you've got that really strong level 2 power spike, and then you can like try all in if the enemy team missteps. And if not, it's fine, it's just good to have for the extra CC. Okay, so the first combo we're going to be doing is auto, Q, auto. And what you want to make sure you do is you auto, Q, and then right click with your mouse to auto again, so then you make sure you get the auto attack reset. and then that way you can take out pretty much every ward. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, the next combo we're going to be doing is EQ auto. So you just E, Q, and then, so you E, and then activate Q as you're Eing, and then that way your first auto will stun them, and then that gives them no time to flash or anything. And then you get a second auto in, and then your ADK should be able to follow up. Okay, so the next combo we're going to be doing is ERW auto Q auto. So it looks a little something like this. ER auto Q auto. And with W, you pretty much just activate it during the whole, whenever you get a chance during the whole combo. And that is the most amount of damage you can do as Leona. The only thing you really need to know with this combo is when you use your E, you have to pretty much use ult straight away, because otherwise, if you don't, it gives you that little split second where they can flash away from you, and then you just auto Q, auto them, and then W will pop off and then more damage. So that's the only thing you need to be worried about. Okay, so the next combo is E flash, but first off, we're going to do flash E, so pretty much all you do is you flash E, and the only problem with this combo, it's good because it closes the distance, but a better way to close the distance faster without giving them enough reaction time is E flash, because this one is a lot better. And that way it closes distance quicker, gives them less time to react, and that's what you want, especially in higher elo games, because it's just makes it so much easier to pick up kills and stop them from being able to do anything. Another neat tip to know with the E flash is the distance is as long as your ulti distance. So pretty much if I stand here and ult, I can E flash and I'll be on top of them. So that way a good combo is R flash E auto Q auto. So you R E flash auto Q auto, and press W whenever you get the chance during the combo. Okay, so now that we're done with combos, we're going to be talking about matchups. So a good matchup people use to counter Leona is Thresh. And because of Thresh's Flay, or E, whatever you want to call it, he stops Leona's E, so she can't engage. So whenever Leona goes to E on someone, Thresh can just flay them away, and then there's nothing Leona can do. And then if Thresh has a hook up, he hooks Leona, and then they'll win that matchup. So Leona gets hard countered by Thresh, but the only way to really counter Thresh with this is if he ever uses his flay stupidly. Then you have all priority in the matchup, and you can go in pretty much whenever you want, and you should be able to win the matchup. However, when you hit level 6, Thresh's Flay doesn't do anything against your R. As long as he doesn't have flash up, you can just RM or the AD carry, and you should be able to win the matchup. Another really good counter to Leona is Morgana. I mean, I don't find her that much of a counter. I reckon Morgana sucks into Leona, but that's just my personal opinion. Because the way you play around her is Morgana has a black shield, which stops all of your CC. So, because her black shield at level 1 is a 26-second cooldown, and the lowest it gets is an 18-second cooldown, your E is on a 12-second cooldown at level 1, and then it goes down to a 6-second cooldown when it's fully maxed. So, pretty much what you want to do is you engage on Morgana, bait out her black shield, and then wait for your E to come back. And then as soon as your E is back, you're completely free to re-engage because, well, they don't have black shield up, so they're going to lose the fight anyway. And then you should be able to kill Morgana because she's just so squishy and useless without black shield. Okay, so for the last and final point, we have the build. So first off, pretty much you want to go mobility boots into Gargoyle Stoneplate and then into Knight's Vow, just because right now having Gargoyle Stoneplate on supports is just so OP, and it's tank meta right now. So do be capitalizing on this right now because it's so freaking good. I swear to God. And then for your third and fourth and however so many items you get into, depending on what you're matching, what you're versing, excuse me, Locket is a really good one because it combos with Gargoyle Stoneplate. Once you activate Gargoyle Stoneplate, it will double Locket's shield because the shield is depending on how much HP you have at the moment. So then if you activate Gargoyle Stoneplate and then activate Locket, it doubles the shield and it's awesome. So that's just good for, well, pretty much everything. And then Redemption's a really good item for people that have a lot of area effect damage. So for example, like Gangplank with his Qs and his ulti, sorry, not Qs. His barrels, I don't know what letter they are, but anyway, his barrels, Illaoi, Lux, like any sort of champions like that, Redemption's really good because that helps heal and keep your champions and teammates healthy. And then Mikhail's Crucible, I absolutely love. It's really good if they have a lot of CC. For example, Thresh, Sejuani, Braum, just anything with a lot of CC. It's good against. One cool tip though, it does not work on Malzahar ult. And it does not work on Mordekaiser ult when you're inside it, which is really sad because I thought it did, so I died to a Mordekaiser trying to do it. So that doesn't work. Anyway, and then the last item I have is Thornmail. Pretty much if they have a lot of extra healing. So if they ever get Ocean Drag, you definitely want Thornmail just to cut down on that extra healing. And if they're versing a Nami or Soraka, it also comes in super handy. And the rest of the items that are in the shop, it's completely up to you what you want to go after that. But usually the game should be completely finished with that. One thing with boots though, you don't have to go mobility boots every game. Because for example, if they're running full AD comp, it's probably a good idea to screw mobility boots and just go for Ninja Tabi, because that extra armor you get from those boots and the damage reduced is really good. And then mobility boots, if they have a lot of AP or an insane amount of CC, don't worry about mobility boots. Just go Merc Treads, because that is a lot better in the long run. Okay, so thank you all so much for watching and paying attention. I hope you all learned something. I hope you enjoyed this. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, comment if you want me to do more videos like this, because I actually really enjoyed it. And thank you so much. I'll see you next time.